Just when you thought you knew every weapon and enemy in Dark Souls, a new flame has been lit. The Fading Flame mod brings 20 brand new weapons, unseen enemies and bosses that will challenge you all over again. It provides quality of life features and visual improvements. Today I show you the major things that makes the Fading Flame mod great. From the new spells, pyromancies and miracles.
Hello there.
My favorite is the Pertified Weapon spell. With that you can buff your weapon and get more damage. You can use more damage for the 10 brand new and change your bosses. The first reworked boss you can meet is the Stray Demon in the Asylum. It has a new model, new boss music and new attacks. He can throw a rock at you, he can cast rocks at you, and his butt jump has a fire sickle. All that while retaining his death bashes and fire explosion. I actually struggled a few times. Still gonna make it! Woo! In the depths of Blighttom Swamp, a new fog gate awaits. Beyond it lurks the bloated human Hydra. With the rusted iron ring you can move freely in the mire, but only when you discover its weakness to fire does the battle truly turn. Beware though, it draws strength from its vile minions, making it no easy fight. It regenerated, but here we have it. You can do it, you need a fire weapon. After defeating Gwynolin in Dark Anorlando, there is now a second fog gate. Behind it is a brand new boss, the Watchdog of Anorlando. He has an explode attack, can throw projectiles, has fast combo hits that need poise to survive, hovers and follows you and is able to heal himself, but you can stagger him. Defeating him will place 4 smaller versions of him in the Catacombs, Demon Ruins, Duke's Archives and New Lando. In the darkness of the Tombs of the Giants, sinister laughter echoes through the void. There you encounter the Burial Jester, a twisted foe whose every strike threatens to tear you apart with relentless bleed. A light source is recommended. So he's weak to bleed, any bleed weapon does fine against him. On the roof of the cathedral in New Lando, where Ingvard used to be, is a brand new boss. Darkwave Captain Zarek is a logical addition where you have to prove to Ingvard that you are worthy to slay the 4 kings. I love the whole design and concept to fight on top of the cathedral, even though he isn't that tough. Okay, let's do it. The Fire Sage Demon may used to be the same boss as the Stray Demon, but no more. We get a brand new boss that is rebuilt from the ground up with a brand new model and animations. He has a bunch of different attacks and overall he is way stronger than the old Fire Sage. My tip, be prepared. No! What? If we ask the question, who is the worst boss in Dark Souls 1? Most of us would say Bed of Chaos. In this mod, this boss has been replaced by the Mother of Chaos, a reinterpretation made from scratch. We get rid of those annoying mechanics and get a proper boss fight that is worthy of a Lord Soul. Come on. Scimitar, you're the best. You're the best. In the Duke Archive prison we find a new boss fight. Allfather's Image is an important boss that drops the broken pendant which is required to access the DLC. One glory parry and he's gone. After defeating the Hydra in the Darkwood Basin, a brand new boss fight appears. Archon, first of the Black Knights, replaces the Golden Golem and needs to be defeated to enter the DLC. This fight can be tough without a rusted iron ring, so be sure to wear one. Okay, 1 hit. Goodbye. At last, a secret boss reveals itself, the hardest of them all. Found early in the DLC, after the Guardian is defeated, you may face the Dweller of the Darkness. Once plagued by broken hitboxes and flawless iframes, its hounds now strikes true. My strategy depended on strong magic defense and a weapon that hits hard. Yet even so, the Dwellers remains a brutal challenge. Is he gone? Yo! With the new update we have now 23 new weapons and I tested all of them for you with 40 strength and 40 dex. Don't take the damage numbers for granted, most of my recordings are in the old patch. Machete. It's a solid starting weapon. Has a single light attack that is mediocre, but the heavy attack is quick. Either in one or both hands, the machete has the best use of heavy attacks. The descaling in strength and dex holds it back from being overpowered. The machete can be bought by the undead merchant. Messer is a better scimitar. Light attacks are clean horizontal strikes. Heavy attacks in one hand are vertical, while in both hands it is a stab attack. With the CC scaling in strength and dex, on paper it has decent stats. The Messer is sold by Andre. Stick. The new worst weapon in the game. Created for challenge runs. The only positive thing is that it has decent stagger. Other than that, with the stick you poke your enemies to death. If you really want to use the stick, you find it in the room where Laurentius is, in the depths. Rusted Iron Axe. Have good potential. Light attacks are better in one hand and heavy attacks are better in two hands. The short range is holding this axe back. It had an A scaling before, so it's kinda nerfed now. The Rusted Iron Axe is a new drop from the giant rat in the depths. Infested Carcass. It's a weird looking sword. Classified as a hammer, the attacks come in rather slow, but the weapon shouldn't be underestimated for its look. With an S scaling in strength, it actually performs well. The infested carcass can be found near the bottom of Blighttown. Thor Sword is a far better longsword. The moveset feels familiar, good, fast and strong. With the bleed effect and an A scaling in strength, it could be the last weapon you need. The Saw Sword can be found in the upper Great Hollow next to some basilisks. Hunter Sword is my personal pick. High base damage and fast swings with a very nice design. One-handed attacks are great. It is a must-have for shield users with dex builds because an A scaling with dex smiles at you. The Hunter Sword can be found at the Skull in Ash Lake. Man Catcher feels shorter than it looks. I personally don't know if I missed something on this weapon, but the range feels weird and the heavy attacks are weak. The bleed effect could be good, but with a C and D scaling it might not impress you. The Man Catcher is sold by the crestfallen merchant. Crossed Syncredia has one major gimmick. The one-handed heavy attack is a two-poke move that deals decent damage. With that it's naturally better in one hand. With that attack and the B scaling, it is a good option. The Crossed Syncredia is sold by the giant blacksmith. Lancer's Sword. Poking is its job. Light attacks in one or both hands are a double poke. General a little slow, but the range and damage is nice. The CC scaling holds this weapon in line. The Lancer's Sword is found in the Dragon Room in Anor Londo. Waterlogged Tongue is a basic halberd. I haven't found something real special about it. All halberds are good in this game, so compared to them, it is lacking. With the low requirements to wield and the new occult damage that got patched in, it is actually good again. The Waterlogged Tongue is dropped by the Mass of Souls in New Londo. Cursed Kingblade is one of the best. Slow as a great sword should be, but it has good range that makes up for it. The two-handed heavy attack is very strong, but costs a lot of durability. With a B scaling intelligence, I think there is even more potential. The Cursed Kingblade is dropped by the Four Kings. Ritual Cleaver is very versatile. It has some very nice combination hits in either one or both hands. It's a little slow, but I think it's a good tank weapon. And now it has even a faith scaling, so that's even better for it. The Ritual Cleaver is found near the Dark Moon Ring in the Catacombs. Torch. It's a weapon, it doesn't cast light. has good fast swings and one of the strongest heavy attacks. Not what you expect when you first finding it. With an A scaling in strength and faith, it is easily one of the best new weapons. The torch can be found by dropping near the Black Knight in the catacombs. Gravelord's right arm is huge! Light attacks are your main use, because with heavy you deal a slow range attack. The heavy has a follow-up, but I'm not sure if that gets any use. The requirements are high, it weighs a lot, durability with heavy drains fast, but overall with the A scaling in faith, it's great. The Gravelord's right arm is dropped by Gravelord Nito. Tendril of Chaos has a problem. Overall the moveset and attack variety is great. You notice that you take damage over time while using this weapon. It seems that the durability goes down as well, so short use but good potential with the B scaling index and the fire and bleed effect. The Tendril of Chaos is dropped by the Bed of Chaos. Dragon Killer. The one-shot potential is huge. The new patch finally made this weapon great. It has one of the highest base damages now and went from the worst to the best weapon. The Dragon Killer is dropped from Archon, first of the Black Knights. Arc Dagger is the best of them all. What do we expect from a dagger? Wielding this thing in both hands is even crazier. Very high base damage for its speed, there is nothing like it. The patch reduced the overall base damage, but it added bleed and occult damage. The Dark Dagger is sold by Chester, who is located in the DLC. Makwawitel. It had such crazy base damage that normal enemies died from one hit. With this weapon you get higher defense the lower your HP are. It got overall nerfed, but the scaling got increased. The Makwawitel found near some gardeners in the DLC. Sharpened Branch. A stick with damage. For the boys that love big sticks, this piece of wood likes to stab. The heavy attack is slow and more niche. The only problem is the lack of upgrades over +5, but with an A scaling in strength, it still performs. The Sharpened Branch can be found in between the living trees in the Darkwood Garden. Bronze Spear. Can be thrown. Has a variety of movesets with slash and stab, and like mentioned, you can throw it, but on the cost of durability. It's currently on the weaker side of the new weapons because of the bad scaling, but this can change of course. The Bronze Spear is dropped from the bloated human Hydra, a new boss in Blighttown. Lido's Great Hammer. Can it get bigger? A very slow Great Hammer with good follow-ups. I personally prefer wearing armor with it, because the traded hits a lot. Overall, it's decent with the B scaling in strength. Lido's Great Hammer is dropped from Lido, a new invader at the Sense Fortress. Scroll of the Holy Hand. What can I say other than... The stats are weird, but honestly, who cares? The Scroll of the Holy Hand can be found in the Tombs of the Giants before the Gravelord Nito's arena. And beyond the bosses and weapons, the Fading Flame mode also introduces new enemies and a host of smaller changes. We encounter armored skeletons, assassins, Grey Hollows, new invaders and many more threats. Personally, I think the Fading Flame feels like the best expansion Dark Souls never had, with changes like gaining more health in human form being just one of an endless list of additions this mod has to offer. And finally, a huge thanks to Arfa, the creator of the Fading Flame, not only for this incredible mod, but also for the great communication throughout this development. Truly, this project shows just how much passion still burns in the Dark Souls community.